Welcome back to The Why. I'm Lauren Magarino. Instead of waiting for employers to change their practices, burned out employees are taking matters into their own hands. A trend called quiet quitting is gaining visibility on social media, showing how thousands of workers are slipping under the radar and doing just enough to keep their jobs. And researchers say young people are leading the charge, but that's not the only way the word quiet has entered the workplace. Some employees are experiencing the opposite phenomenon called quiet firing. According to Forbes, that's when managers are actively thinking about or make a concerted effort to get rid of you, whether that's because they need to cut costs or simply don't like you. But how can you spot if this is happening, and is it legal? Employment attorney Andrew Lieb joins us now with answers. Andrew, thank you for joining us on The Why. First off, what are the signs that a manager is quiet firing somebody?
Lauren, I've seen it two different ways go down, actually. One is that you're completely ignored and segregated and not participating in all of the work product and not getting opportunities. The second way, which I think is less extreme and less quiet firing, but it certainly could result in that, is getting ridden. You're getting the worst shift. You're coming in the earliest. You're having to do other miscellaneous janitorial type of things. You're being belittled. That's really the quiet firing that we're talking about most. But again, when you're being segregated and pushed out, that's when we see it happen more.
I mean, when I hear the word segregated, immediately I'm asking, is quiet firing legal?
Oh, what a great question. And my main practice is discrimination law. And so I think we're thinking the same thing to start off with. And the real question becomes what we always say to clients: is it happening because of your race, your color, your religion, your sex, etc.? If you have a jerky boss or someone doing the wrong thing, that doesn't make it illegal. It only becomes illegal if certain demographics are being treated differently than others. So the real question, is this happening because of who you are, or because of you having a jerky boss, or because you're not doing the work?
My bottom line question for you: what should someone do if they feel like their boss is quiet firing them, if they're on the receiving end of this?
Well, I'm going to give you two different tracks. One is if it's because of that segregation word we heard before with discrimination. If you think they're quiet firing you and picking you out because of your age, your religion, because of your race, you should start looking at your state's laws. Like in New York, there's one-party consent to recording a conversation, and start creating records of everything that's happening to create a robust discrimination case. If instead they're doing it not for a bigoted or terrible reason, and they're just marginalizing you, you should ask for a meeting immediately and ask how you can get aligned through an open dialogue with your employer. Only then can everyone succeed.
Thank you for those helpful tips, and really to take away and apply to the workplace. Out of curiosity, are you seeing quiet firing, if you will, cases kind of coming into your practice? Are you seeing that trend coming your way and off social media?
So we're definitely seeing it when it comes to discrimination, because they're picking and choosing certain people. As you mentioned the word downsizing before, who's getting downsized? Why is it only the pregnant gals who are getting downsized? These are questions we have to ask, and the behavior of employers can't change because of who someone is. That's the key to the laws of the United States.
Well, thank you for answering that, because I think a lot of times we see these trends, it's on your screen, but you're thinking, is this happening in real life, off the phone? And it seems like it unfortunately is. Employment attorney Andrew Lieb, thank you for joining us on The Why and sharing critical insight. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.